Good morning and welcome to Monday Morning Messages. Trust everybody's well. I got my cardio in for this morning. Pulled up about, 4:30 this morning only to discover that apparently I was at Auburn and I had been, transplanted to Toomer's Corner because we had toilet paper, 2-ply, maybe some 3-ply in there, I'm not sure, strung from one end of the entrance to the other. And so myself and Mr. Kennedy, our trustworthy custodian, spent the last hour outside cleaning up, which sort of segues into what I'm about to say. Certainly supervision is critically important. Certainly we want to have a good time per se in respect to homecoming and homecoming activities. However, this is foolishness. It's vandalism is what it is. And these students will be class 3. It is what it is. I understand, let's have a good time, but at the end of the day, not to vandalize, not to destroy, not to basically have a free-for-all, because in essence, that's what some of our students apparently feel like this week is going to be, and maybe some students have felt like that's what this year is going to be. Not going to happen, and I need your help. I do. I need your help. I need you to supervise. I need to make sure that these kids are off their cell phones in your class unless they're on instructional websites, opportunities that you're disseminating information from. More importantly, it is connected to your learning target and included into your lesson plan. More importantly, we want to make sure that kids aren't just roaming the halls. I still see students that are not being marked tardy and they're coming into your classes. And you're not marking them tardy. We need you to mark them tardy so Ms. Smith and, of course, the administrative team, in addition to Ms. Garner, can do their due diligence or our due diligence in making sure that they are held accountable because our tardies are growing exponentially and we need to get a serious handle on this. Moving fast forward, everyone should have Educate Alabama done in terms of the self-assessment and PLP. If you've not completed the PLP, and of course, you go on to your self-assessment, you click or select, I'm trying to say them both in one word, your certain, whatever indicator that you feel like you really need to work on, and give me 2 of those. So once you click on that, you're going to go to the proposed activity or strategy, and then from there you're going to fill out anticipated expectations or evidence, and then from there you're going to fill out the anticipated or evidence of impact. All that needs to be completed before you go to the bottom and click sign, and then once you click sign, then it'll alert the administration, and then we will be able to go in, read it, and if there need to be changes, then we'll follow back with you. If everything looks good to go, then it certainly will sign, and then you're good to go and start collecting evidence. Also, our observations, again, are going better. We're beginning to see learning targets that are measurable. We're beginning to see learning targets, of course, that are directly connected to the standards. And then more importantly, we're beginning to see a greater level of student engagement, informative assessments as we go into your classes. Also, we'll be using the Elliott that you've been trained on. So certainly look for the quick snapshot feedback in addition to the Elliott that we will again use in addition to the single point rubric. Obviously, all of this is in an effort to help you to improve your instructional practices and be more cognizant of what you're doing day to day. And I think that when it's all said and done, we will see the needle moving as we continue moving forward. Also, for the ones we got a lot of new teachers and some teachers who have been kind of, a little hesitant to really look at and explore different teaching strategies, methodologies, tweak your pedagogy, if you will. Miss Blair, Miss Gallimore. Miss Gallimore with the MDC and Miss Blair with the LDC. Please make sure that you're coming to your respective PLCs. They're not optional. It is mandatory. And hopefully this will give you a greater insight in terms of how to really go into your classroom and provide a little bit more flavor. How about that? Also, CIP is done. It's in the books. We're certainly waiting for central office to co-sign. Once they co-sign on their ACIP, then we're going to turn it around to the faculty in a meeting. So you certainly, everyone will know exactly what is in our continuous improvement plan, and more importantly, how we and you are going to help us to not only implement, but to take it through fruition through the balance of the school year. Again, critically important that we stay on top of what it is that we need to. We know the pre-ACT is this Wednesday, so we're going to ask that everybody work collectively in an effort to make sure that this goes off without any hitches. I know Ms. Doudna, in addition to Ms. Aiken, have been working feverishly in an effort to make sure that this is something, certainly something that our students are going to be ready for. And our teachers, certainly who have been trained, are going to do an amazing job executing this. So we're ready and willing to receive, of course, positive feedback when our scores come back from our students, our 10th grade students. So thank you. If you're participating in the pre-ACT, thank you for, on the front end, for all of the work that you have done and that you will do in an effort to get our 10th graders ready for this assessment and get them through it. Also, moving forward, report cards are going to come out on the 10th of next week. So this week, the 5th, concludes the first 9 weeks. Again, the 5th, which is Friday, concludes our first 9 weeks. So certainly 25% of it's in the bag. It seems like we started school on yesterday. So obviously this thing is starting to pick up momentum and pick up some steam. And we want to make sure that you stay on the front end of making sure that you're doing what you need to do in terms of, again, your lesson plans, your modules, getting grades in iNow, having quality feedback to the parents if kids are struggling, making sure that our RTI processes are in place. So a lot of information, of course, that I'm passing along. But if you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to administration, as I've always said. And give us your concerns. Give us your comments. I welcome them. I really and truly do. I had a teacher just email me last week, had some concerns. And we're addressing those concerns and we're moving forward. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Everybody working collectively instead of sitting around throwing a pity party. Once you walk through the door, let's sit down and let's work through these problems. How about that? Have a productive week. Have a blessed week. And again, Alabama, Auburn, and UAB, all with deciding victories. So big shout out if you support either of the three or whoever you may support. That being said, here at Pitson Valley, our mission is to promote achievement, respect, and success. Please have a wonderful, wonderful day.